everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video bringing with you for a busy day in June. So it's just before 6:30 in the morning. We're just driving into the farmyard to pawn the trailer, and we'll bring a bull to the butcher, and then we also have a few bulls going to the factory today. So we'll get them pulled out of the shed anyways. Then I'll be going mowing when I get back. Then I'll be going stone picking, and then I'll be going back mowing for another contractor to mow whole crop and using the groupers. Up on the trailer and go sour cattle. Also, farm shop shed is getting done. We've our lads loaded down pipe. So, ready to rock and roll up to the butchers. Today's picking a Frisian bull. So, he'll be back in the shop in 2 to 3 weeks time. Happy days. We are back from dropping the bull off to the butchers, and I had to run out with troughs to calves for in with the telly at a minute. Ever since we went back to 2 videos a week, kind of now I don't have to think about YouTube every day of the week. I tend to find, oh, I'm supposed to be making a video today, and I forget to film. Maybe it's just after stopping in with lads there to doing line maintenance on the 3-phase wires. So they're going around and just cutting any trees or anything around the 3-phase. So they're done around the house there a couple of days ago, I think it was. And now they're doing one of the out farms that's on the same line further on down. It's actually the new farm. So I just pulled in and opened up wires and stuff for them, just leave it a bit handier. So anyways, we head back to the yard. I was going to go mow a paddock that I didn't get mowed last night. Didn't just have enough diesel in the tractor. Going back to the yard, it's 10:30 a second. I've fueled up and I'll do it in the morning. But it's rained, and rained enough to put me off doing it. So next up, leave it till later. Next job on the list is I have to go stone picking. So I want to clean off rotor. I got one rotor cleaned yesterday, and I want to get the other rotor cleaned off before I go. So I'll tackle into that now. I'll go do that bit of stone picking. Like 2 or 3 hours. So picking a bit of ground that's they're turning into a pitch. So once we pick twice and we pick real tidy, so I just want to make sure I have the rotors clean for it. And then I have to go to another contractor to mow whole crop and group it, and hopefully get that bin mowing done as well. But the other bin mowing is a John Deere mower job, because I don't think I get in with the butterflies. I could do it with the butterflies if I got in, but I think just the angle going from here to that way around trees is just too much to get in through the gap. So now back to the yard, probably have a cup of coffee, and I get ready to go pick some stones. What a clean rotor looks like. Start into the other side, and then that's what a dirty rotor looks like. You get everything. There's insulated wire, more insulated wire, net. There's no harness of some description. Oh, anyways, we'll get off it. And that's the rotor clean. And that there is all the plastic and rubbish that was off it. And this here is all the metal that was off it. That's one side. You can see the other's cleaning the other side there. More or less ready to go. So we'll just tidy up after ourselves and mug of coffee. We'll be on. After raining shouldn't make much difference because it's been relatively dry, so ground conditions should be good. So it shouldn't make a big difference. I think with a bit of drizzle like that and the ground being, wetter, I don't have to contend with dust, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Because when you have heavy dust, which I've seen earlier in the year, you can't see out the back window. We're on route now to the job with the stone picker. Just after stopping in a filling station there to get a bit of grub at it when I get to the field. It's taking a little bit longer than I was hoping to get to where I'm going. It's the look of the half. It's still kind of drizzling, so the job that I was to do later on, mowing whole crop for another man, that could be put off just with the weather. That could become tomorrow's problem, or tomorrow's job. So yeah, we'll have to see that one, play that one by ear, but I'm probably looking at the clock. I'm probably 2 hours behind where I'd like to be. It's just taking longer than I was kind of had it allocated to get to where I'm going. And yeah, this wasn't quite done with leaving an hour earlier, but however, it is what it is. There's always the joys of problem. I have time to play with, I always tend to have time to play with, but you always kind of like to be ticking off what you're doing at certain times. You kind of say to yourself, oh, I should have this done by this time, should be on to that by that time. And then when that doesn't happen, it's kind of like, you just kind of get a little bit anxious then, because you know that everything kind of kicks on a bit and on a bit and on a bit. But with that bit of rain now, that job could be off for later. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But I'll still try and get her on the paddock that one road just so it ties in with the bit of baling for ourselves tomorrow. And then all that gets done is there 40-50 bales into the pit. And then it's just, it brings everything on that scale, on the farm and the things on. There's all paddocks ahead of cattle that I want to take out, because the move ahead of them will be gone to meadow, and it's just to get a couple of days on the bit of mowed and then they move on, rather than spending a week or two on the bit that I wouldn't mow because there's so much on it, and then the next bit is gone to meadow. You kind of skip a step, if you know what I mean, just to try and keep grass at the right stage, or at the stage you want. And we're out here now, so football pitch, G pitch, I don't know, it's a pitch of some description, so it's all leveled and dozed. So I'm going to ridge it and then try and unridge it. A couple of stones, it doesn't look too bad, but I'm here for picking. Ground looks compacted, so that could be interesting. It's going to be a slow enough job. I have to pick it twice because they want it as clean as possible. Tipping stones up on the embankment up there, and yeah, that's really it. So I'm going to have my dinner and then we get started. Make a bloody mess. It's like, didn't fancy a roll, then have a salad bowl instead. I'm starting to regret it now. It got tossed upside down in the bag. Get this into me. My ears sharp, man. So picking away here, and boy, the ground is hard. The ground is hard. I'll tighten up my belts there and lifted a wee bit. Not getting on too bad there now. The headlands are the toughest bit, but it's not too bad there now. So we'll be picking it twice. It's not too bad. There's not a lot out there, but we're just picking what is there all the same. So it's not too bad. But the ground is tight. The ground is tight. So you can see what it looks like there. We'll give it a second run where that centre ridge will pull into it on the second turn, and that will just filter out another round of stones that may not have went into it. And hopefully on the second run as well, the ground will be a little bit fluffier, and I might just get through it a little bit better. Load of stone. So we are flying away here, not too much left in ups and downs. So we shouldn't be too far off getting it done now. We can start over again. So in the middle of the field is fine. We're able to get the nice depth into it to brew up a lot of stones. It's going a bit slower just to try and get that extra bit pulled up out of it. Not doing too bad there now. Second run, the headlands are that bit looser after the first run, so it should be a little bit easier when we do the second run. So, and it's more or less just to pull what it doesn't pick in the line. Just pull that again. Not too bad, you can see here. It's mostly like small stones, a couple of bigger kind of ones, but not wild though. Second load of stone, big hopper full. That's the first round of the field done. Let's do it again. Can't see getting a third full hopper over, but you never know. We'll run the field off again. So started the second round of the second run. So if you can see through the dirty window there, that's what we're leaving behind us. So that would have been the center of the road here. So I'm just pulling that back in and lifting it. So just to try and get that extra wee bit, go through it again and take out that little bit extra. You hit the odd larger stone that you missed the first time, but very, very few. It's mostly just resifting that center line, take out another bit. So you get that big one flicking in. So pick up the speed too, just to mainly get through it. So just have to keep an eye on the rotors, because you pick up the speed, you increase the resistance, and more likely you get start slipping. So it's a fine line. It's always a fine line. But that is the finished job there. So I think it's pretty good now. I'm happy with that anyways. Very, very, very little stone there. About an hour and a half should finish it. There's 5 acres, that's what's in it. 2 hectares. So geared up. So just finishing up the second run here. Like 4 runs left there to do. It is. So you can see the job we're doing there with the second run. It's too bad. Well, that's us done. Third load in the bag. Happy days. Behind back to Longford. The job from above. So, yeah, happy out. Let's be on. That's actually the second pitch I done. Done one in Roscommon too last year. So. Shop shed coming on well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bays up. One more bay to go. Yeah. We lean too off the front to the face of it, but yeah, happy days. I'll go see what the crack is now and what I'm doing next. So it's just heading for 6 o'clock. So I rung him to find out, rung my father to find out. Still haven't heard. So I'll park up and go and maybe grab a cup of coffee. If I'm not going mowing the whole crop till the morning, I'll go mow that few paddocks, or a paddock that I missed yesterday. And we'll have to leave it. Bale I mowed yesterday, we'll bail tomorrow. If I mow that this evening, I'll have to bail it Friday because my pit silage left on Thursday. So, yeah. Anyways, back in the yard, stone's picked. Happy out. So it's probably the cleanest I've ever come back from a job with the rotors clean. Apart from that, there's a bit of copper wire there. And the other one is much the same, 1 or 2 bits. It's the cleanest I've ever seen it coming back from a job. So yeah, clean for the next one. Also, just when I was walking back in, this is now what presides in the shed me and bro cleaned out. So Father Phil packed his 20 in here. But as you can probably tell by the rag in the bonnet, there's a wee swallow's nest above on the light. The light actually works too. So yeah, but just to put into context, that was all the space there was. So even with the mill out, I wasn't going to fit in the vento. So anyways, we live in hope. It's another bit cleaned out, and yeah, we'll probably going to use that. See, we have 2. We have a 2-cylinder Lister engine and a larger Pierce mill that came out of my father's uncle's place. Would have been where my grandfather originated from. That makes any sense. So we're not sure which one we'll put into the museum, but one of them will be put in as a working kind of a setup, and then the other one we're going to paint and do as like agricultural art at the front. But we haven't decided which one we're going to do yet. So anyways, that's what happened to that shed. The mowing job is put off till tomorrow, so I'm going to take off the stone picker, put on the butterflies, and I'm going to get 6290. You're after doing a seal in the back end, the big hydraulic pipe. Done the O-ring in it. It's the second time. Well, no, it happened last year. It's a year since they've done it last. So I go up on the John Deere mower, and after tea then I go knock the paddock. There's about 3 acres and a nice crop of stuff on it. And yeah, they're geared up to go at slurry then tomorrow. Brendan is away harrowing for a reseeding job. They are fixing the sprayer. He broke the boom spray on grassland. Finally getting onto some grassland spray to control these ducks. But yeah, and then they're going at slurry tomorrow while I'm doing the mowing. And Troy then is in the yard. He's cleaning out sheds and getting ready to start power washing to get ready for harvest, because as much as we don't have any winter barley, we will not find it coming upon us. It happens every year, just all of a sudden it comes upon us. But yeah, we'll try and be ready anyways, in good time. I'll put down the camera somewhere, we'll take off stone picker, pond the moors, then ready for morning, and pond our moor, and then we'll go knock on another meadow. And yeah, we'll bale it Friday after we lift the pit silage Thursday, so I won't interfere. But the other stuff that I mowed, we'll bale that up tomorrow, and then I'll get Troy to draw in the bales tomorrow when we make them, and that will be a good one. Just heading out the yard now with the John Deere mower on the 62 entry, the good old trusty reliable setup. Everyone is ready to rock and roll, so we'll be home to the farm and we'll start it. It's only 3 acres, so it's about an hour's work. Not going to take too long. Then we get the John Deere or the butterflies ready for tomorrow. So we're out here, and let's just say I do not want to block the pickup bale in this field, because it's a bit strong on the thistles. Somewhere this corner's bad, the middle of the field's not too bad. Nice crop of grass on it, so just cleaning it off, bale it up. We'd spray it, but it needs to be more cleaned, regrowth, sprayed in. So thankfully Father Phil has finally switched over to spraying grassland, so he sprayed, I covered about 50 acres today. Or yesterday. It was yesterday he broke it. Yeah, yesterday, before he broke the sprayer, he was on, he broke the boom. The tubular bit at the top snapped and broke the upper section. But yeah, so he's spraying around about 50 acres sprayed for thistles and rushes. So we're going to be working our way through it all. But it's more or less what's mulched or grazed. And we have to just bring things back to a standard to get it done. So on the list to be done, but we'll clear it off, we'll bale it up, we'll keep it for our own pack, and bale off so that you can't really pick through what we want out of it. You need to the stuff then that's mowed at home, that's a bit nicer stuff now. For the multi-species sward, we have 2 paddocks of that taken, so there are 2 paddocks the second cut, and then we have Julia's bottoms, as we call it, which is down very bottom, and it's actually part of the ground that floods. It grows this kind of we call it a sedge grass. It grows very leafy and then tronyini. It bulks up quite nice, but the cattle don't tend to eat it terribly well, especially when it gets a bit strong. So we clear that off, bale it, makes good silage though. Cattle love it when it's silage. But when it gets a bit strong, they will not eat it. So we'll clean that off as well then. So we'll keep at it. And we get this done. And now that's it cut. So yeah, hopefully no blockages, hopefully. But look, it is what it is. The grass was gone too strong to spray. Father Phil was waiting to finish spraying cereals before he went to grassland sprays, because he didn't want to be washing the sprayer. So he's only gone to start grassland spraying now. That's why it hasn't been done. So now it's mowed, we'll bale it when it comes up again. If there will be thistles in it, he'll hit it along with everything else he's hitting. He's a nice bit of spraying done. There's a lot more to do, just to try and tidy up docks and silage ground and grazing ground with rushes and stuff like that you can see in front of me there. But finally getting a go at it. But yeah, it is what it is. It's 20 more bales. The cattle will eat all the want out of it, and it'll be grand. It's better be looking at it than looking for it. Go back to the yard. All we've agreed to do with this 99 and the Butterflies is blow out the rads. Well, washed rads. I washed rads at this time. And she's ready for morning then. Diesel. And yeah, it'll be for today. So we'll be going back to the yard. There's some building going on here now. That's all 5 bays of the farm shop up. So now just the lean-to go onto the front face of it. So I think he's pricing up the steel and that for that now. But that's her. So that section there that you're looking at, that's going to be the museum. This end is the toilets, staff room and storage then above it, and then that's in 1 bay, and then 4 bays of machinery museum. And then the front lean-to is going to be the shopping cafe. Eventually. Something changes when you go back and look at old footage before the shed and tidying and yeah. Mad. Jesus, we've definitely put a mark on the place. Also, geese are out, and we have 2 baby goslings. You just see them there. So they only hatched. That goose that they're following there was a very late. She only hatched yesterday. I don't ask me why. Very, very late to lay and hatch. But we've 2 goslings out of 3 geese. Or 4 geese. There's 2 ganders there anyways. We'll go clean out the rads of the 99, leave that ready for morning, we'll show him the birds, and that's it for today. And we were in and sitting down, and that ends today, so I didn't go at the mowers because I'm not starting to mow not starting till 12, so that gives me time in the morning to do what I need to do. So I said, call it quits, so come in and sit down while it's still daylight. It's 10 o'clock, so after it. Oh, in early. Yeah, we'll pick it up again another day. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Any questions or anything like that, as always, leave them in the comments down below. We'll try and get back to you. No, I'm very bad at it. And yeah, it's grand. Definitely notice the difference between going back to 2 videos a week. It's just, rather than every day having to think about what I was going to be filming, I get 1 or 2 days a week off where I don't think anything about YouTube. I can just get on with my day's work. Bloody brilliant. So anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Wednesday and Sunday. That's it from me. Good luck.